This is a Rogue Media Network podcast.
I don't play soccer, but I do. I buy them like a lot of equipment and.
You buy them a lot of equipment?
Like the soccer goals, like for the kids.
Oh,
Because they train kids. Yeah. Well, okay. One of Maro's adult teams, I did just buy them jerseys. Yeah. So I'm involved in that way.
Okay.
But I'm the media. I'm their media guy. Like I'm like
But you're here for the kids too.
So fun story.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
Before we start,
okay.
I used to not fuck with kids at all. I hated kids. Like, do not want kids. I don't want them. And then okay, I don't want to. I'm not trying to get all like philosophical over here and shit. But like, when good things start happening to you in abundance, I felt it in need to like give back, right? Like I was like, okay, I have to start. I have to start contributing something beneficial. I can't just be spending all the money I'm making on mimosas and getting drunk and whatever. So,
hey everyone, you're listening to The Public Affair with me, Andrew G. I see someone different every episode, but do me a favor, keep it between us.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Andrew G. Listen, as you could tell that we have wasted no time getting started. He was here before me. He's been live, loud, and in color before I got here. I don't know how this is going to go, but I'm super excited. But anyway, listen, thank you so much for tuning into this episode of The Public Affair. I'm super excited to bring this to you guys. And before I get started, I want to use this opportunity to thank you all so much for all the love and support that you continue to show me and, of course, to Josh and Rogue Media Network for producing this episode of The Public Affair. To everybody behind the scenes, I truly appreciate it. Now, listen, before we continue, I'm just going to give a shout out to just a few of our sponsors of this episode of The Public Affair. You're going to love this. This is my rap part. Ready? I want to give a huge shout out to David Santabanez with Alinea Real Estate. He is the #1 sales agent in his office to help you buy a home or sell your property and has been since 5 years of sponsoring The Public Affair. That he's the GOAT. He's the person that you want to call in case you don't know how to buy a house. You don't know what the process enthralls. He's going to make sure he walks you through the process step by step. Y se habla español también. To my boy David Santabanez, thank you so much for all you do for me and The Public Affair. Make sure you guys get at him with the number on the screen and start looking for that house now. Of course, the Nico Armstrong with Armstrong's Bayou Cafe, serving the most authentic Creole and Cajun cuisine with a wide selection, oh my gosh, of signature crab cakes, pasta, seafood, and more. Listen, my favorite is absolutely any pasta that you can create over there, but what's really giving is their seafood baked potato. You guys have got to go check them out at Union Hall and Union Grove. Also follow Armstrong's Bayou Food Truck on social media now. Book their food truck. Book them for catering. Arnica Armstrong, thank you so much for all you do for me and The Public Affair girl. Of course, to Manny Guerrero, Blue Star RV Services, and he's a mobile RV tech who fixes all RVs, travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, food trucks, and so much more. He deals with the warranty company, so you guys don't have to deal with all that. You want a team that's reliable, that can come to you and knows what they're doing. Blue Star RV Services, really, if you Google it, there's really nobody else out there. Okay, but Blue Star RV Services is definitely giving, and Manny Guerrero is the GOAT. Thank you so much for all you do for me and the show, bro. I truly appreciate it. Of course, to Jeff Davis, the Texas car plug at University Mazda Kia. Hit him to get the best deal on a brand new or pre-owned vehicle. No credit, bad credit, credit's not giving, finances not giving, whatever the case is. Jeff Davis is going to make sure he gets you in a ride and rolling off the lot, smiling and to show off. Listen, there's no issue, no obstacle that he can't hurdle. Jeff Davis is the GOAT, the Texas car plug at University Mazda Kia. Thank you so much for all you do for me and the show. And of course, I want to give a huge shout out to Oso's Barbecue at Oso and Juanita Garza. They specialize in smoked briskets, ribs, chicken, links, and so much more. They got sides including Juana's famous potato salad, beans, and so much more. You guys got to hit them up for quinces, weddings, divorce parties, whatever you guys got going on. They're going to come up and they're going to hook up. Oso's Barbecue, thank you guys so much for all you do for me and The Public Affair. I truly appreciate it. All right, guys. So like I said, I've been super excited to have this next guest onto this show. Well, I only messed up that one time.
You were sounding like Nicki Minaj right there.
Hello.
Just busting out the lines like that. That was really impressive.
Can I make an album?
I need to hear your singing voice a little bit
I can't
before
sing.
I can say that.
I can't sing. I wanted to do so much before I became, podcaster, radio host, and all that jazz. And singing was just not giving for me. It just wasn't. And I really wanted to be the weatherman for a long time, Brendan.
That's
really
right. You were
did.
saying that.
I told my parents, I was like, one day I'm going to be the weatherman. And when I grew up, I didn't become the weatherman, but I ended up sleeping with him for a really long time. So that kind of counts, right? Like we were telling a different kind of weather.
Oh my God.
I know. Sorry. Well, he was not from Channel 6. Hey guys, my next guest is Brandon Cote with KCEN Channel 6. He's out there giving us the tea and the news. And let me tell you something right now. I'm not the news person. That's him. So stop messaging me, trying to tell me all your stories to report them. This is the guy that you want to call.
Yeah, okay? Please do. My messages are open. They sincerely are. Okay. He's not kidding.
No, seriously. Brandon. First of all, welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome. Thank you so much for taking the time to come out here. I appreciate it.
And thank you for inviting me.
No, of course. I know you've been up since the butt crack of dawn, 2, 3 in the mornings when you guys have to be at work, right?
Yeah, I got up at 2 a.m. this morning.
Hello.
No nap yet either.
Right?
Just powering through.
Okay, good for you. So, but after this, I'm sure you'll go home and go to bed.
I don't typically nap, actually. I'm a kind of a rare breed with the morning crew.
Okay.
I just power through.
Sure. I'm not a day nap person either, though.
Yeah,
I'm not, unless like I drank a lot of mimosas and then you kind of pass out. That doesn't really count though, right? Like that's just kind of passing out. And then I think you wake up at
so fair.
Yeah, you wake up at 8:00 at night and you go to McDonald's, get the chicken nuggets real quick because you're not sure if you're gonna throw it up or whatever.
Sounds like you've done this once or twice.
I have, yeah. I just most recently a few weeks ago we went out for mimosas.
Yeah.
And I got home at like 4 and I took like a 3-hour nap. It was terrible.
That's a big nap.
But
too.
and if that's it, then I'm up all fucking night. That's the other problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. So because I'm not a night owl at all, and that's I know we were talking about that or whatever. So.
Yeah, I used to be a night owl, but then I got this job 6 months ago. Then I started waking up at like 2:30ish.
Yes.
And it was humbling, but here I am, just surviving.
You moved. You didn't move to Texas 6 months ago, right? Or you just? Oh, you did move to Texas 6 months ago.
Yeah. I packed up my Subaru all the way from Spokane, Washington, and
my gosh.
made my way down on a 3-day trip, and here I am.
Was it work? Was it all work, or were you just trying to get away?
Both, yeah.
Okay.
I love my hometown,
Yes.
but I like to explore, put myself out there,
Right.
and Waco seemed lovely from that one-day visit I did,
sure.
for the job interview, and so it's like, why not this city? Yeah.
Right. And I bet it's cheaper to live here than it is in Washington.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
rent's surprisingly high here, though.
Yeah. Okay.
I was
Oh,
kinda
well, you know
shocked by
what?
that.
It just started getting high. You know what I mean? Because
When it showed up.
Yeah, it did. Because we're getting to that point now where we're becoming our own metropolis.
Yeah,
It wasn't
true.
like that 5 years ago. Not 5 years ago, it wasn't. So I don't know. That's just me. And I've been here longer than you because I'm from New York, actually. So hello.
Where in New York?
Long Island.
Oh,
Yeah.
when did you come here?
Like 15 years ago.
Oh, cool.
Honestly,
Okay.
yeah. And I do miss aspects of it sometimes. I miss the snow. Hello. I do.
Yeah.
I miss the cold. I know. I read on social media you're not really a cold person. You prefer the warmth.
I do.
You have no problem taking clothes off on social media either. I saw that too.
Yeah, I was just in Hawaii. I know. You probably did see that. Yeah, you did a research. Yeah, this is about to be my first winter.
Okay.
With, here, without snow.
Winter's not giving. Winter feels like this, right? It is right now. Okay.
I think that's awesome.
Maybe in February you'll get some snow. Maybe in February.
Not in January, December.
No, we don't get white Christmas out here. It's crazy, bro. We had a fucking snowstorm like 3 years ago, and the whole state shut down. It was crazy. The whole state shut down. We had no
Just the whole
water.
state.
We were all homeless. It was crazy. There was no power. It was ridiculous.
That sounds horrible.
It was terrible. It felt like the apocalypse. Then you're on social media and everybody's out there living their best life at the beach, sunny outside. But all it took for it to be was sunny one time, and then all the snow melted. So it was fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, but no, wanted to be the weatherman for a long time. That gig didn't work out, but I wasn't.
Did you actually apply and study that or no?
No, because I was misdirected in life for a minute where I didn't know what to do. Do you know what I mean? And then I found I found radio, and I told the weather on the radio. After I Googled it. I mean, I wasn't like meteorologist Andrew G, but I was like, y'all, it's giving sunny and 75. And by the way, that's our next song that we're playing. You know what I mean? Something like that. But the weatherman was cool. But,
okay,
he
so
was real nice.
you told the weather over the radio. Okay, you never got in front of the green screen.
No, I haven't. No, I've never done. Well, I did live TV once. I think that was for KWTX for Dia de los Muertos, which I'm no longer a part of. But I did live TV once, and I was super drunk, but they got the highest ratings they ever got. Hello.
Oh, I bet they did.
The news guy was all over it. He was like, bro, I don't care what that organization tells you, Andrew. This was the best shit ever. Brandon, you know, right? Like, when it's time to keep it cute, you got to keep it cute. When the cameras are, except in this setting, you know what I mean? Because it's podcast. But, I'm sure you had plenty of times as a reporter where you're just kind of like, maybe you're sloshed or, you're tired. You just turn it on. You know what I mean?
Not sloshed.
Not
tired. I would
wait.
say that just with the wake up calls.
I'm not even trying to get you fired, but you've never been sloshed on TV? Ever?
No. I would never do that.
Oh, my God, I have.
I believe it. I believe it.
I was sloshed on TV, the radio, everything. Maybe that's why I can't get hired in any of those places.
I think with your energy, you would really thrive.
Yeah?
I could be the anchor, then you be the weatherman. Be like, Andrew Gomez, what's it looking like outside today?
Well, it's giving sunny, and it looks like we can all go to the beach today. But later on, it's going to be raining, so make sure you guys get those umbrellas.
Do we have beaches here?
No, they're like hours away. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're not even cute.
You're already off to a rough start.
I know. Okay, let's just stop. You see, anyway. But again, I was involved with the weatherman for it. I don't know if he did what he did something on the news, but anyway.
The guy we're dating, hooked up with, yeah.
We dated, actually. That was probably my last time dating. It was crazy.
Oh,
but
okay,
I'm not a
yeah.
dating person. But anyway, this is about you. So, speaking of dating, do you miss the people in Washington? Who's hotter, Washington people or Texas people?
Texas.
Texas.
Yeah. And I guess I kind of hesitated for a second because Waco, it's not like the biggest city. I had to think of Dallas and Austin too.
Yeah.
But so I'm from Spokane, Washington, which is like probably the double the size of Waco.
Okay.
It's like far away from Seattle. So the Seattle guys too, but
Yeah.
no, I think overall Texas, yeah.
Okay.
For sure, yeah.
I have to agree with you.
Because you've been to Washington?
Well, I'm from New York. But
Oh,
I mean,
okay,
I know
okay.
that's two different, but it's still the North, right? And
For sure, yeah.
And so when I go home to New York, the guys out there are just not giving for me. But for some reason, the South Waco guys here just work my shit. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I guess. The South Waco, that
You've not
region
been-
specifically?
yes.
Okay.
South Waco is a lot of like those Latinos with tattoos, you know, the
Oh.
Mexicans, you know, and I'm Puerto Rican, right? But the Puerto Ricans and the Mexicans, they're different. They're so different in terms of looks and appeal and everything like that.
Okay.
And my taste in men, we're having a lot of different tastes in men. I'm not
Is that your type?
Oh yeah, my type is like you're not my very attractive, but you are not my type. Like I would never go for you.
Okay,
Do you know what I
okay,
mean?
yeah.
But I would definitely go for somebody who's just fat and not good looking and dirty.
Oh.
I want them building I-35. Do you know what I mean?
Okay,
I don't want
yeah.
them to do their nails after work. I want them to want a beer and for me to shut up. That's the kind of guy I like.
It's for you to shut up?
Yeah, he doesn't want to be bothered.
Oh, wow. That is an interesting
There's
outlook.
no trauma.
Yeah,
There's
with
no
guys.
trauma here.
No
Nothing's ever
trauma.
happened to me.
Okay,
No, I
yeah,
swear to
let's
God.
not unpack that. I don't know
But that's
about
probably
that.
why I'm still single.
Yeah, fair enough. That's okay, man.
And gays are mean too. They are. But anyway.
Some of them are really mean.
They're terrible. They're fucking terrible.
But I'm nice.
Yeah, okay, got
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
They'll call you an overweight bitch in a minute. Like,
Oh my gosh.
I know, circa Craigslist, fucking 2006, bitch. I was like, damn, whatever, ho. Anyway.
Whatever. On to the next.
Brandon, listen, I really want to, I'm having a great time. I really want to, before we continue, I want to use this opportunity to thank you so much because you just did a cover story on my nephew, Gian'Carlo.
That was your nephew?
Well, so me and Mara are best friends.
Okay,
We're best friends, and so me, Mara, and Leslie have been really close for many, many years. And so they just had the baby, and I coined him my nephew. And so
Yeah,
Gian'Carlo
it's
is
a
100%.
cutie.
Yes, and I just really want to thank you for reaching out to them and taking the time to do that story because I've been vicious promoting that shit.
I've seen it. I've seen it.
Vicious. Like he's gonna win that shit.
You keep me accountable to vote every day for sure. Like I've considered buying votes for Gian'Carlo.
Oh, good. Thanks.
Consider, not.
Okay, not
Yeah.
yet. Well, one person did. I don't want to put their business out there, but one person actually did, and so big shout out to them. I don't want to put their business because what if I get in trouble? You know
Well,
what I mean?
the money goes to a nonprofit too.
It does,
It's a good cause.
But yeah, and I know Gian'Carlo just steals the show. I mean, we had to wake him up, and then he he did, and then he was just giving on camera. He's camera-esque. You know what I mean? Is what I like to say.
He was a cutie. Like during my story, he was like crawling up to the
Yeah,
camera,
exactly.
and like he
I
was.
told Morrow, I was like, this kid is going to be a show. I swear. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because his older brother, Junior, who you met too,
Right.
he's very much the same way. Like he comes off real shy in the beginning, but when you catch him, he likes to do a lot of things on camera. You know what I mean?
He did the interview with them too. Yeah, he was cool. Yeah.
So yeah, and then he's like made little appearances on this podcast as well. I'd be gassing him up at the school too. Like,
he sat here before and like.
so
or-
yes, because I had Morrow on the show.
Right.
And then Junior came around, and he had always wanted to be on camera and on the mic.
Oh, you gave him a moment.
I gave him his little moment.
Yeah.
But you know what? And then I took it to career day, and he was the moment. So, okay, he was the moment at Hillcrest PDS.
He took you to career day, or
So they were looking for. I know I do career day now. So they were
Oh,
looking
no, big
for.
deal. Okay.
Yeah, they look for people, and then I told Leslie, "Oh, tell the teacher I'll do it." Because I'm being more involved with the kids, and so I did. Of course, I was lit and the shit career day. They had. Coach Morrow was there too. But, it's Andrew G.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I did his class. I was his class. And,
Yeah.
And I showed them the video, the kids, and he was the most popular kid. I think he got like 3 girlfriends that week too. It was great.
just 3? Okay.
Yeah. But no. Honestly, I really did want to thank you so much for that, for highlighting that story for them. So
Yeah, and thank
Yeah.
you for helping me. You were a camera guy at one point too. You shot a little something
For a little
something for
bit,
me.
yeah.
You were supporting from the sidelines.
I was
but
trying
yeah.
to be in the background. There was a lot of me that wanted to be in the interview, but I was like, no, this is their moment.
I considered actually name dropping you in the article, but I didn't.
You should have. I know. I saw that.
Because I said family friend.
Which is fine. That is fine.
Yeah.
No, that is fine.
Cuts are made at the editing table.
No, but honestly, because my very first instinct whenever we're on camera or anything is like to be on the, because that's like what we do, right?
Yeah,
like,
fair.
yeah. And so I was like, no, this is their moment. I'm gonna just stand in the background, kind of guide. You know what I mean?
And they did a good job.
did a good
I
job.
thought it wasn't like awkward or cringy.
Right.
And I think they thrived. Yeah,
No,
they were cool. I'm assuming you prepped them a little bit.
I told them, I was like, well, I've never met Brandon Cody, because they were like, is he real or fake?
It's Brandon Cote.
Oh, Cote. Oh my God, sorry. Okay.
It's okay. On my first day at
That's
KCEN,
how I knew. That's how I knew. Go ahead.
Yeah, because my first day on camera, the anchors introduced me onto the show, and my co-anchor or anchor Gian'Carlo was like, "Welcome, Brandon Cody,"
Yeah.
and I'm like, "Yeah."
You sure didn't correct her though. That's why I thought.
I didn't want to be that guy on the first day,
You should
but
have been
like,
it's Cote.
but afterwards I was like, "Yeah, it's cool." And like, I was still the new guy too, and I
got
wanted
you.
to be like really nice. And,
My bad,
yeah.
Brandon Cote. I did say I didn't know how to pronounce it. I didn't want to ask
And
you. I just
again,
thought it'd
people
be
do
cute.
it all the time.
I got
yeah,
you.
it's not.
But
big
no,
deal.
yeah, they did ask if you were real, and I was like, well, it looks like we're friends on social media, but we've never met. That's a lot. That's with a
real?
lot of people. You know what I mean? Well, because
Yeah.
they don't normally get hit up for things like that either. You know what I mean? Like they're
Fair.
for the most part, their whole life is soccer. Like
It sounds like
everything
it.
is fucking soccer. Like we don't even be hanging out like that outside of work. Like it's just all soccer. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And so yeah, and so they were like, well, Mara was like, is he real? And I was like, I think so. Yeah, he's real. Yeah. Oh, look, he's one of my kind. Yeah, just hit him up. He's fine. So he's good. But anyway, and before we continue, I have to give a huge shout out to your, is he your co-anchor Micah Wilson?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have to give a shout out to him too, because he actually interviewed me some months ago.
Right. I
like a
remember
highlight.
that. Yep. Mm-hmm.
There's not a lot of media sources that like to highlight the podcast, and I was really happy that he did that. So
He's
big shout out.
awesome. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Big shout out to him. I considered getting you both on here at the same time, but
That would have been so chaotic.
it would have been some shit. But that's what I'm saying. I feel like you guys are two different entities, so I'm gonna get him on here too.
We
And
are like
yeah.
we're both big, bold personalities, but like so different at the same time the way we approach life too.
Okay.
And yeah, no, it'll be cool to see how he does.
I
this
know.
thing.
Yeah, I'm excited. Okay. So listen, back to doing the news reporting, right? So you seemed, when I was doing my little homework on you, that you were really into sports yourself. Do you know what I mean? And you got the physique and all that jazz. How did you get into being a newscaster or a news reporter? What is the proper term?
News reporter's
News
cool. Yeah,
reporter.
TV news reporter. Well, I didn't figure it out until the last month of college, and so I took a broadcasting class as kind of like a joke, and then I needed like another 1 or 2 to get my public relations degree. Like I didn't study journalism necessarily, but on my last day of broadcasting, or one of my last day on classes, I did a whole story about like social media reactions to like March Madness, because I went to Gonzaga University,
Yes.
big basketball school, and then afterwards my professor came up to me and was like, "You should really consider becoming like a TV news reporter," and I was like, "Yeah, I had nothing else going on, so I didn't have any like job applications out there, and I was just like, yeah, that seems fun."
Yeah, sure. So you started doing that though over there though, right? Like
A little bit, yeah,
just a little bit
yeah.
here and there.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, I got you. So you know what's crazy is I love looking at y'all's like social media pages. Well, okay, social media in general.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks that the things that they're going on in life is worthy of a news story. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I know you're trying to keep it cute, but you know what I'm talking about, right?
You know, you gotta have a little filter to it for sure. Yeah.
Well, I don't. And so like they'll go through like one mishap in life, or maybe they're like in a quarrel with somebody. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Right away, everybody's tagging KCEN, KWTX. They think that they're in bed with you guys, so then they start tagging y'all's personal shit. And I'm just
Yep.
like, oh my God, I honestly roll my eyes at that. How I do. How often do you get like some just like shit that you just be like, girl, bye?
I would say our news email gets a lot of that. Like the other day, I took a phone call and I sat with this person for like 15 minutes about how like the devil is like infiltrating our state leaders and just the whole conspiracy behind it. It was a long 15 minutes.
Wow.
And you get like stuff like that
Okay.
on our news emails, like in voicemails and whatnot. Just some of the craziest stuff. Even today, someone sent a news tip about electronic weapons infiltrating people's brains and implanting microchips to, I guess, seduce them or like
Okay.
sway them. And so I don't know how that happens with a electronic weapon, but it's just stuff like that.
What the hell is an electronic weapon?
I don't know.
Did you ask? Why did you not ask? Like, I wouldn't know what that is.
Because I didn't want to get like scammed or fished. Like the email came from Australia too.
Oh my God. Okay, see, I thought you would get a lot more calls like, oh, somebody's scamming me, or
and we
I'm in a
do like
quarrel with-
locally
yeah.
too for sure, but you know we get some Australians too. Yeah,
Not the Australians.
they're not afraid to cross the ocean to us.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. How the fuck did they find Temple, bitch? Like,
And well, the thing is, they would have to like look up our website and pull up the link, type out the whole thing, and type in your email. It's the whole thing. I don't know why they decided to do that, but yeah,
that's crazy. How often do you have to let somebody down easy though? Like, girl, like stop. Like,
honestly, for me, not that often. I feel like if it's sent to a newsroom email, you just wouldn't respond to it.
Okay.
I wouldn't say like me personally, I get reached out to a lot. Maybe from like PR specialists about what story they want to be covered. I just won't respond just because I don't necessarily have the time, just because it's a very jam-packed, fast-paced workday.
oh, sure.
Insanity for sure. And I'll let someone know that I'm not trying to pursue it if we did, because sometimes, and I'm sure you run into this too, where you engage with someone, you're like, this seems like this could work, but then you kind of get into their story like, honestly, this could not work out and make it on TV and I don't want to waste your time too.
Sure.
It just sometimes shakes out like that.
I've had to definitely. First of all, I didn't know when I transitioned to the news. I thought I was just a public affair, and so back in the day, I used to have a lot of people that would tag me and be like, "We should let the public affair know," and like I'm gonna go out there and report on the story, and I'm like, I don't. Much respect to you guys.
Yeah,
I'm not a news reporter, and if I don't have to be outside, I'm not trying to go. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm not fit to go get dressed up.
Seriously.
And talk about why you're fighting with the city of whoever. Do you know what I mean? And
For sure.
And I did have to, actually ended up having the guy on the show, shout out to Sammy. But I did have to tell them, I was like, look, I appreciate you guys wanting to use my platform.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you guys, in your mind, have it's a blessing that you guys, that I reach so many people and you want to, that's not what I do though. I'm not a news reporter. I don't want to spend an hour on the public affair talking about how inconvenienced you are with one thing that can be discussed in 10 minutes.
And what comes with that, a lot of investigating too, I'm assuming.
You know, and then I got the city after me. I don't want to deal with all that shit. Okay?
No.
Lawyers, talking about take it down. Like,
when the lawyers get involved.
Yeah, I already got baby mamas in the DMs. I don't want to hear from these fucking lawyers
God, not
either.
the baby mamas.
Bro, the baby mamas be vicious. Some baby daddies too.
Oh.
But baby mamas can't wait to like, why you have my baby daddy on your show? He ain't shit. He's asking about how he's behind on child support. I'm like, oh, bitch.
Were they actually?
Girl.
That's happened more than once?
What do you mean? Yes. It's crazy.
And you're just the mediator?
I'm just at home playing fucking Nintendo, and next thing you know, I have these messages on my Instagram like, why don't you ask so and so, you know, what happened in 2006? And I'm like, well,
we're going back 20 years.
Not to 2006, bitch. Like I wasn't even nothing in 2006. I was in high school. Like get out of here. You know what it's just, Brendan, it's crazy. It's so crazy. Yeah.
It sounds crazy, Andrew.
It's ridiculous. So okay, aside from, you know, electronic weapons, which we're gonna Google after this, what are some other stories that you just got and you were just like, bro, like I can't. I'm sorry.
Some of them that I've rejected or had to pass on by. Gosh, like I said, I don't really pass on much, I would say. I think I'm trying to think about this.
Well, okay, how about this then? If I can just if I can swerve you in.
Swerve me.
How do you pick and choose what story you are going to, like, for instance, Gian'Carlo, right? Like, before that, we didn't know each other. You know what I mean?
Sure,
and then you mentioned that you saw it on my social media.
Yeah.
So, but how do you know that, this is going to be a story that I cover? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've been doing it for a couple years. I'm on year 2, so I kind of know what would hit and what doesn't hit. And so I'm a morning reporter, so I typically do more like uplifting stories, feature stories, like on new businesses or spotlight different people.
Yes.
And when it came to Gian'Carlo, it's a baby. When you see a baby on your television screen or on your phone, I think you would just, your eyes get immediately attracted to like, oh, what's going on with this? And we also got a ton of messages with that story.
Did you really?
Yeah, we did.
Like what? Like But good messages?
Like, what a cutie.
Okay.
Does
So
Brandon not know how to hold a baby? And like a lot of love though.
Okay, yeah,
for
like
sure.
a lot of positive feedback is what you're saying.
For sure.
They're gonna
yeah,
love to
yeah.
hear that. I'm gonna tell them,
They're
yeah.
like, how can we vote? And I'm like,
Yeah.
I got the link right here.
Well,
you know?
I'll tell you what. Why he got on third place after that story came out.
saw it,
I was like.
Seriously,
so
yeah,
I
yeah.
think it's safe to say, because today is the last day of voting for the top 20 as of this recording, and we're pretty sure he's in the top 5. So,
Yeah, clear as day.
Clear as day. Listen. Well, Brandon, listen, I'm having such a good time. I definitely want to get to know. I want to learn more about you personally.
Sure.
Okay. Then of course we're gonna get right back into the new stuff, but we're gonna take a quick break. And when we get back, you guys, we're gonna have more of my very special guest, Brandon Cote, here on The Public Affair, and that's Cote, not like the coat you wear, darling. I'm talking about Cote like his last name. Stay right back. Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying this exciting episode of The Public Affair. My very special guest, Brandon Cote from KCEN. I could say that, right?
Yeah,
I can mention where you were.
Yeah.
I don't know the rules and the politics. Okay, but yes, from KCEN Channel 6, the news guy that you're going to be hitting up instead of me for all your news stories and inconveniences.
Please.
Now, before we continue, I definitely want to use this opportunity to give a shout out to just a few more of our sponsors of this episode of The Public Affair. Nikki F. Baby. I want to give a huge shout out to Banda's Hauling Service with Julie and Ana Banda. They rent dump trailers. You fill it up, they haul it away. They also do junk removals, street brush removals, and they haul cars in and out of town. So when your car breaks down unexpectedly, don't call a tow truck. Call Banda's Hauling Service. He's going to be there. He says 20 minutes. He's going to get there in 10 minutes. He's punctual patty. He's also offering roll-off dumpster services as well. Perfect for those big get-togethers, those big Mexican parties. If you want to do your own spring cleaning, whatever the case is, Banda's Hauling Service is definitely the go and 100% reliable. Julian and Anabanda, thank you guys so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, the Chefitos Kitchen with Al Gutierrez and Adriana Gutierrez, serving the best in Latin cuisine. Listen, you guys, tú sabes que soy boricua, me encanta mi arroz con gandules, mi pernil, mi plato maduro, y mucho más. They got all that food from Puerto Rico, Cuba, Colombia, Mexico, and so much more. Definitely the best Spanish food in town. You got to follow their social media for their daily specials and check them out at Union Grove, and also ask for catering as well to Chefitos Kitchen. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. The Barbershop with my boy Sid Rodriguez, which as of the recording of this episode, it is his birthday, located on Hewitt Drive. Happy birthday, bro. You can call the number on the screen or download the Squire app. Walk-ins are welcome as well. He has Marcus Guerrero, Chris Reyes, Santos Cordova, David Rodriguez, Isaac Chavez, Isai Reyes, Sam Ceballos, and Kayla Chapa, making you look at snacks I have for over 260 episodes of The Public Affair. Get your haircut and get those fresh fades at 135 North Hewitt Drive, Suite 121 to Elite Barbershop. Thank you so much. And of course, big shout out and thanks to Soko Soccer Academy with Dominic Gutierrez and Ariana Gutierrez. They offer team, small group, and individual skills training and elite skills training to make your kids superb star athletes. Listen, they have occasional open play as well. For the adults, they have adult leagues. For the kids, they have the skills training. They have daycare services. They're definitely the business that you want to get your kids involved to keep them active and social while you have to spend your day at work. To Soko Soccer Academy, thank you for all your support for me and The Public Affair. I truly appreciate it. All right, guys, I'm super excited to be back with my very special guest from KCEN Channel 6, David Brandon Cote.
Where'd you get David? Who's David?
I was thinking of David.
Is David the weatherman?
No, it's not.
Yeah.
I don't want to put the weatherman's business. He is. I think he's open. I don't remember. That was a while ago. That was a while.
We can move on.
Yeah, we can move on. Speaking of being gay. No, you know. So for you, Brandon, I would assume that in Washington versus Texas, it's the lifestyle and the culture is a bit different, right? In terms of like the way we live our life. Do you know what I mean? Or is it pretty much the same? Like, do you think that people up there give less shits than they do down here, or what do you think?
It's more fun, I feel like, over in Washington. It's more Seattle, though.
Oh, okay.
More lively, like, not many people are giving a shit, I would say.
Yeah.
I think Spokane, my hometown, and here are very similar, I'd say. I still say Washington's more fun, though.
Washington, yeah.
Yeah.
That's like
a little bit more life with the gay culture.
Yeah. It's like the bathrooms are dark and shit, you know?
Yeah, yes, they are.
Yes, they are. They be scary. They're like that in Dallas, too, though.
I've never been
okay.
to Dallas.
So I'm not gonna lie, Brendan. Listen, I'm a gold star gay as the sun is hot, right? But the gay scene is just not really my thing. Like, I did go to the gay strip once in Dallas, and I actually tricked Maro and Leslie into the neighborhood. Yes, I did. We had brunch, and they were like, fresh meat. But but we were, at the Henry, and I was like, oh, by the way, there's a neighborhood. And so anyway, we went to the bathroom. The stalls, they're dark.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because there's always. It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
You strike me as the party scene kind of guy. Like, you like the night.
Oh,
life.
do I?
No, you do, because you were making fun of me the other day when I told you that I want to be at home by 2:00 in the afternoon.
That's true.
Yes,
Yeah.
you were like, whatever, I'm going to Freight tonight. Like, bitch. Okay, like sis don't gotta be up at 3 a.m. Don't play with me. Okay, so, but I think you would really like the nightlife out there, and probably in Austin.
Oh, I do. Dallas, I have not had the chance to explore that. I'd say I've been a few times in Austin, and then Waco. I would say I'm like out almost every weekend.
Okay.
Yeah, I say here's really fun for how big the town is.
Yeah,
from my perspective. Yeah.
No, yeah. So the night scene's just. I mean, I did go to a night party over the weekend, and I mean, home by 11:30. Like, don't play with me.
Where?
My friend had a party.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I'm a day drinker. I want mimosas and champagne, darling, and eggs Benedict. You know what I mean? And tortillas. That's what I want.
Okay. Is there a cutoff for you, or?
I usually am home by 3:30.
In the afternoon?
Yes, that's what I want in my life right now. Listen,
why?
Brandon,
That's not a night party.
No, but I'm not a night person. That's what I'm saying. I want to be in bed at 8 o'clock.
Didn't you just say you went to a party or night party?
Well, I went to a night party, and it was my first night out in a long time is where I was getting at.
Oh,
yes.
okay, let's hear it.
I could only make it to 11:30, and I fucking went to bed hot and sweaty and gassy, and I was like, bro, this is not it. This is fucking not it.
Why did all three of those adjectives come into play?
Because I don't know. I think I wasn't drinking mimosa. I was drinking beer. So I was drinking a lot of beer, taking shots of like clear liquor, and eating tacos.
Oh, mixing it up.
You can't do that, right? And I forgot. Anyway, I told the young kids that I work with at my regular job about it, and they were making fun of me, and they were like, "Well, you stood out till 11:30." I was like, "Yeah, fuck that." Are you? Well, because you already have to be. I would think that you're tired.
Well, typically on Fridays I stay up like whatever. I wake up at 2:30, and then I might nap, but typically I can stay for 24 hours and go 2 to 2.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not typically just like an energetic person, but I feel like if I was gonna stay until 2 a.m., like I would like lay down for an hour.
Okay. Just to kind of like decompress.
Reset.
Yes.
I don't necessarily fall asleep.
Okay.
But reset.
Sure.
Get locked in for what's ahead.
Yeah. Are you into dating at all?
I am into dating.
Okay, so wait. Before we get into that, have you ever dipped in the lady pond at all? I love to ask questions. Yeah. Have you ever dipped in the lady pond as in been with a woman?
Yeah, I have. Like,
okay.
Not all the way.
Okay.
But like.
Just like little.
Yeah.
I've kissed a girl before. It was the grossest thing I've ever done in my life.
I had a girlfriend in high school.
Did you? Okay.
And she's now gay too.
Okay, yeah, me too. But she's bull dyking gay, like my ex-girlfriend. Oh. Yeah, she's like a man. Like, it's crazy. Yeah.
Oh, gosh, yeah. Well, like, when I was dating her, like, we both didn't know.
Okay.
So it was actually, like, very genuine. Like, the kisses were very romantic,
romantic,
But then afterwards, I was like, huh.
When did you discover that for yourself?
Officially, probably I was, like, 16. Yeah, okay. 16. Then went to college, just... went all about it, then, my best self, and didn't look back, just man.
All over the place in college. I've heard the stories. Not about you, but not about you. Not about you.
God, it was like, what stories? I was like, I thought I was pretty tame in college.
Yeah. I have a good friend of mine from high school on this show before Thanksgiving 2 years ago. I used this opportunity for us because he ended up like doing like adult content and stuff like that when he went off to college. Oh. Yeah, but in high school, it was funny because, like, in high school, he was first of all, shout out to my boy, Robbie Phoenix or Robert Fraga. And in high school, we were both not out because it was different back in 2005, 6, 7. And so we were both not out, but I feel like everybody knew. But the only problem was that I was more introverted. I didn't have a lot of friends. He was in the fucking social circle. You know what I mean? Still had girlfriends, still was doing things with girls. He talked about it on camera. Yeah, I didn't get that far. I was like, listen, I kissed the bitch one time, and I was like, y'all can keep that. I'm not fucking with that.
Yeah.
But he told me in college it was pretty much like slutting it up, and I was like, okay.
Wow, good for him.
When you discover yourself, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I wouldn't say I was slutting myself up like your friend, but I was exploring. Yeah, no, sure. So it just happened right around college, and... Did your circle pretty much accept it though? Like they didn't really care? Yeah, I think all my friends didn't care. Yeah. I can't think of one person. I mean, I'm thinking like close friends, not everyone I knew, but yeah, it was very accepting and very nice. Yeah,
I love that for you. Okay, so then back to, are you dating now?
No, I'm single. I'm ready to mingle.
Are you really? Okay, so y'all can slide in. The gays love sliding in all the guys' DMs that I have on the show, but all the straight guys. Like, I don't know why when I have a gay guy on the show, they don't slide in their DMs.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
unfortunate. That doesn't make
might-
sense. Yeah.
Do they have to sign an NDA being with you? Do you know what I mean? Like,
No, I won't. I won't go that far. No, you're good. I know some maybe, but
okay,
no.
You know, I'm just saying, yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely more short-term relationship though. I'm not really long-term. I haven't done that in a while.
I got you. Low key, I wanted that news guy and I to work out because I thought we'd be like, you know, the media perfect couple. Like, we'd
That
be in all
would
the,
have been really
that would have been
cute.
cute, right?
They could have made like a little rom-com movie.
I
for
know
you
it would have been
two.
great, but we're still cool though. Like we're not.
Good.
Yeah, it was no bad blood. But anyway, okay. Hey, how do you rely on getting a cover story? So you know, are you doing more of the scouting or do you rely more on the community? Do you know what I'm talking about?
To get stories for my job?
Yes.
Pose that question again.
So how do you rely on actually obtaining a story? Like, so for instance, you referenced my social media for the Gian'Carlo story, right?
Yep.
But do you normally find yourself sitting in front of a computer more often than not? Like,
Yeah.
oh, I wonder what's going on. Or do you rely more on like people tagging maybe the news station or you and being like, hey, you might want to cover this. Do you know what I mean?
I would say my best asset is social media. Yeah, for sure. Like people like you and just friending them on Facebook and whatnot. And even some people reach out to me and our newsroom. You know, we don't always get those crazy electronic weapon news tips,
I
but
just want to know what that is.
some of them are really great. Yeah, no, I would say they reach out to us or social media. And I'm also like always looking at city council meetings. Yeah, I'm like knee deep in the agenda. For
Are you
sure.
really? Okay, got you.
Yeah, for sure. I love city council meetings.
Do you
yeah.
really?
Yeah,
I just
do.
want to shadow you one day and see what that's like.
Like I'm not like sitting there like watching the whole meeting, but I'm
okay.
like you know looking through each agenda item. I read each one. I'm like boring. But there's always one or two gems that you kind of
You
spin
just
off
gotta snatch
of.
that off.
Yeah,
okay.
you know I got a few in the works coming up, and so
Hello.
Hello.
Do you focus more? Do you focus more on like the local stuff though? Because you know there was a lot even just recently that was going on nationally. You know what I mean? So
For sure, yeah.
Do you find yourself wanting to cover those stories too, or?
Not really.
Okay.
I would say all my stories have been 100% local, and I would even like 80% would be Waco. Like I'm the Waco reporter.
Okay,
like,
got you.
I want to be the guy running this city with news.
Hello. Okay.
Hello. I know. You keep saying that. I'm like, hey, Andrew.
Oh, that means I'm listening.
Okay. I'll stop responding.
No, you're good, you're good.
Yeah, I would say that I don't really cover those national stories for sure.
Sure.
Definitely more local and like not really like hard hitting either. I would
Okay,
say. Like,
gotcha.
I would say covering crime is pretty rare unless it's like breaking news in the morning and then they're like, yeah, we're gonna send you there, and I'm like, yeah, I'm on it, man.
Do you get scared sometimes though? Like,
Never.
No, like if there was just like a shooting or something, God forbid. Or,
No, I never get scared.
you don't get scared. Okay.
And I don't think I've ever been in a situation like that. I'm trying to think. I mean, I've covered murders and shootings for sure, but
Yeah.
it's like it happened hours before.
I just feel like with your personality and then like say I was on the news too, like you can't take me fucking serious. I can't be doing stories like that. You know what I mean? I bet yo sis got shot. Like I told her.
Do you take me seriously? Do you think I'm a serious guy when I can?
I think that you're fun.
Yes.
That's why like when I invited you on the show, I was like, oh, he's in this shit. You know what I mean? So I don't see you being like, all right, guys, and that's it for the Gian'Carlo story, but breaking news out of, you know, South Terrace. You know what I mean? Like,
And
like-
I think a lot of people, leaders I've like met or critics of me have said like you can't take yourself seriously or can't present yourself seriously, but they quickly learn that I actually
Sure.
can. Like that was like the biggest misconception I had to break with like interviewing for jobs and whatnot. Because
oh yeah.
you know before this I was applying to a lot of places
Yes.
and they're like, "Can you really tell a sad story?" And I'm
Okay.
like, "Yes, sir and ma'am, I can."
You can. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but you can definitely. I was gonna say that's got to be annoying for you though, right? Because like then like while your personality, I can tell you want to be eccentric and you want to be like
Yeah.
you know likable and stuff like that. You still have a job to do. Like you could do your job. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's not too hard because like when you're in the moment and like there's a shooting, like someone died, like you just kind of think about that and you're like, yeah, like that's tough
it's
to
tragic.
deliver and it's tragic.
Sure.
It's important to deliver, but someone's got to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you. Is there a story that you won't do? Like when does integrity come into play? You know what I mean? I asked this to Ann Harder. Shout out to Ann Harder.
Who's Ann Harder?
So because you're not from here, but Ann Harder is like the queen of news. She was on, I think it was KWTX for a long time. Now she does podcasts here at Rogue. But she was the news person Waco's whole life.
Oh, okay.
And she's a queen.
Okay.
Don't you ever say that again, by the way.
I gotta look her up. I gotta take some notes.
Actually, she's real nice too. She's super sweet.
Yeah, no, she
very Crabtree and Everlyn. Like she's really nice.
I bet she's incredible. Gosh, but going back to the question.
Yeah, go back to the question. Yeah.
What was it? What I not cover? I think
like if there was ever a story that maybe I don't know, like. Say there was somebody that you knew that was involved in it, right? And then you know the story's just kind of cap. You know what I mean? And so would you like
if I knew that was false? Like,
like but you still have a job to do, right? And your job's like no.
Well, then I wouldn't tell that story.
You would not tell that story.
No.
And you have that. You can do that. Like you could say no, I'm not. I don't want to report on this.
Yeah, I've done an interview with someone, and halfway through, this has only happened once though, and this was back in my Minnesota job. But like I could like tell they're like not telling the truth, and like I stopped the recording, and I'm like. Honestly, you are really over exaggerating this, and like this is not because it was not what they told me they were going to talk about.
Right.
And that's happened to every news reporter, and I stopped them, and I was like, I'm sorry, but I can't do this. And so like I would never.
Do they get mad?
They were confused. I wouldn't say mad.
Okay.
But I don't understand how one would be mad at that. So.
Well, hello, and because like I'm sure everybody wants to, get their shine.
Yeah.
You get on the news, you get your little 5 minutes of fame. Everybody's telling you, China. But Gian'Carlo, I mean, he is the moment, so of course, everybody can watch the interview.
Honestly, I think it's not many people. I would say it's more like people are scared to do it rather than they want that moment on TV.
Oh, really?
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah, like sometimes I'm like begging people to do it. I'm like,
wow.
Please, like I'm such a good editor. You only need to talk coherently for 1 minute. And seriously, I'm not even kidding. When I'm like walking the streets trying to get a story, if they're like kind of hesitant about like, oh, I don't know, I would be like, look, I'll ask you 3 questions. I will give them to you beforehand, and if you want to restart, we can restart.
Sure.
I am here all day for you. Like, I would do anything to get that soundbite, as long as it's true.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And you do your own editing too.
I do everything by myself.
Wow, really?
Yes, everything.
I thought you guys would have an editing team. I'm not editing the show.
No.
Okay, no. I would love to, but
I do it all by myself. Like everything you saw with that Gian'Carlo story, like everything was me.
Good for you. That was fantastic. By the
Appreciate
way,
you.
You did your big one on that one. Yeah.
I tried.
No, for sure. So I wonder, do you get a lot of? Like, we were just saying how you're pretty much begging people like, please. Do you ever get like? Listen, I've had people on this show too, where I'm just like. You know what I mean? Like they freeze up on camera, they freeze up on the microphone, they're not giving it, Do you get a lot of those cringe interviews, and how do you deal with it?
Unfortunately, yeah, because like you just said, it happens to everyone. And gosh, it happens when they seem so great in conversation, and I'm like, yeah, like, could I record you? Can I ask you a couple questions? Like, oh yeah, sure. But then like I pull out the camera, I mic them up, because the trick with that is you have to be so quick with it. When I'm doing man on the street or like in a breaking news scenario, like I'm like walking around with my mic, camera in hand, already all turned on. So when I'm asking someone for a question, I'm like, okay, I'm ready. Yeah. Like I don't want to give them time to think about it. Sure. And I don't even like ask them for a name until afterwards because I don't want them thinking about like, oh, like I'm about to be on TV. I see. You know what I mean? Like I don't want them because I don't want them to get nervous. Yeah. I want them to be their best selves and to be comfortable with me asking these questions. Right. And like, so I'm like ready to go.
And you can tell too, like when people are being capped on camera, like
for sure.
you know what I mean? Like, and that's why, like purposely, I don't even send my guests the notes that I took. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I don't ever be like, they're like, well, can you send me the show? Can you send me? No, just come. And if you're not lying, then you're gonna do just fine.
Like, so you take notes beforehand of me or after? Oh.
I don't write scripts for the show. I write like little, like on my iPad here, I have little bullet points that like, oh, I would like this, and this would be funny, and this and that, and if I lose track, I can come back on this. You know what I mean?
And then the same thing,
and then sometimes I just get those people, and I'm like, Okay, come on. I gotta get 40 minutes at least. Come on.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
it's different for me though because
Okay.
that does happen to me. But you have to fill whatever half an hour, 40 minutes to an hour. Where
Yeah.
sometimes I only need to like get like 12 seconds out of you.
And you're good.
And yeah, and like sometimes I can just like throw some video over the person to like not show them like getting like nervous. Yeah.
I bet you just be at home editing like, this bitch.
This witch.
Oh, this witch. Okay. Sorry. Listen, Brendan, you have got an infectious personality that is just to be rivaled. But you know, you also you have a really welcoming spirit. You know what I mean? Even from the
Thank
first time that we
you.
met. And so you're trying to do your big one out here in town. You know what I mean? You were just saying you want to be the Waco news guy. You know?
Yeah.
Do you find longevity in your career possible here in Waco for you?
Yeah, so I'm definitely here, what is it, through spring of 2027.
Okay.
And I'm not really the kind of guy who plans out their life so far ahead. People are really like that, but I'm definitely taking it as it comes.
Okay.
I even did it with accepting this job. I didn't really know I was moving here until like a month before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm definitely very go with the flow, but I definitely do see a future here. I love this city, and I love my station, the people I work with.
Yeah. Oh, I wanted to say that too. You know what I love about y'all's y'all's people? All y'all are young and vibrant.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You guys like the energy is just really unrivaled. It really is. Yeah. And no shade on the other news stations because I've done some work with them too. But I'm just saying when it comes to you guys, I'm like, oh, this is everything. You and Micah and the two chicks, and I was like, yeah, this is great.
Yeah, we're definitely the most energetic morning team, and I would definitely say we do have the best shows. I'm a little biased, but
No, hello. Okay, you can be. You're on Channel 6. Listen, is there any shout-outs or anything that okay, first of all, before shout-outs, how can we reach out to you in case somebody's out there and really wants to get a story told, put it on TV, or whatever the case?
yeah, so you can find me on Facebook. Just search up Brandon Cote, Cote. I'm friends with Andrew as well, and then you can also reach out to me on Instagram. My handle is Brandon Cote BC. And then my email is bcote@kcntv.com.
Hello.
And yeah, I'm ready to play ball with some Waco people. Just looking for any feature stories. If you think something's cool, reach out to me. People don't realize when they have a news story in front of them.
Okay.
And some people, like you mentioned before, like they think they do, but they really don't. But
Yes.
if your natural instinct says, "Oh, that's really cool,"
Right.
that's gonna show on TV, and like I'll make sure it does. That's my job.
That doesn't mean that if you're fighting with your baby mama or your baby daddy, because sometimes y'all don't know how to act. Don't be hitting him up for that, all right?
Please
He
don't.
doesn't care. Okay? If you're fighting with him, too bad. He's talking
Yeah.
about inspirational shit.
You can message him about that.
Yeah, don't, please don't. I'm tired of it. I'm so tired of you bitches. I really am. Just leave me the hell alone. Brandon, I want you to close this show out like it's a news story.
All right, well, coming to you live in Waco, I'm Brandon Cote, KCEN 6 News or Rogue Media.
You're on the public affair.
Oh, do I have to say public affair?
Hello.
I can restart that.
Yeah,
Oh my
restart
gosh.
that one. Yeah.
Live in Waco, Brandon Cote with Andrew Gomez, KCEN 6 News, and the public affair.
Darling. Thank you so much for coming on to the show. I truly appreciate it. If
Yeah.
you guys need your story told, please go hit up my boy Brandon Cote, KCEN Channel 6. He just gave you all his links and everything like that to make sure you guys can go hit him up for worthy news stories, not because you're fighting with your baby daddy. And Brandon, we appreciate you coming on, and I had such a good time recording with you. So thank you for taking the time to
Likewise.
come out. Micah, you're up next, bro. I promise. Okay.
I gave him a heads up.
Yeah, you did? Okay, good.
Just a little, yeah.
I'm going to message him.
He is a busy guy, though, I would say.
He's booked and busy, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Unlike me,
You're starting.
I'm
You're
just
reaching.
like down the street, and I'm like, let's do
Yeah.
it. Sure.
And real quick too, guys, if you are in the market, now none of you.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, because you're dating. You said you
Yeah,
were dating.
yeah. I did say that.
Yeah, I'm not fucking dating, so you can have them all. So, yeah. Get with Brandon, okay? Not the Roach guys, because y'all break up your boyfriend. Get something serious, all right?
Who are the Roach guys?
I'll tell you later. Sorry. Everybody, thank you so much for tuning into this episode of The Public Affair. I truly appreciate it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Now, before we go, I'm going to give a shout out to just a few more of our sponsors of this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, my boy Jeffrey Monterao, Pollo Box and Audio, home for all your LED needs and audio accessories, installation of stereos, door speakers, and audio systems. He also specializes in building custom subwoofer enclosures and so much more. So if you hear Cheetah Girls and Christina Aguilera in that bass at South Terrace, that is me, because Pollo Box and Audio, he definitely put it on there. Bro, is just legit when it comes to the car audio and the modifications. So Jeffrey Monreal, thank you so much for all you do for me and the show. Of course, the Ana Limones with Hummingbird Party backdrops and decor. Call for all party decor, including beautiful balloon props, giving you an extra to your party or event with a number of custom wooden backdrops as well. You can contact her for private events, corporate events, birthday parties, divorce parties, whatever you want and whatever you need decorated. That girl's going to put her blood, sweat, and tears in it. Se habla español también. To Hummingbird Party backdrops and decor, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. And of course, last but not least, my boy Julio Ariaga with JC Painting and Drywall LLC. Contact for all drywall and beautiful new paint for your property, both commercial and residential. His work is honest, true, and can guarantee 100% satisfaction. Listen, just imagine, and they can make it happen. Mi amigo Julio, muchas gracias por todo. Te lo agradezco. JC Painting and Drywall LLC. I appreciate you guys. To Brandon Cote, thank you for coming on.
Oh, and thank
Hello.
you. I appreciate it. Yes.
One more question before we go.
Sure.
Cardi B or Nicki Minaj?
Nicki Minaj.
Hello. And don't forget to always keep it between us. It's because I saw you posting.
Yeah.
It just popped up in my head. I was. Do you have any questions, or are we all good?
I don't know. Is there anything I should know?
No, I just
Okay.
want you to just be like,
I was just gonna be myself.
just be yourself. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, no FCC here. We're good. So, just YouTube flags, and they demonetize my videos anyway, so I don't care. They've been doing that. They've been doing that for 5 years.
Oh, the ops.
They do, and that's fine because YouTube don't be paying nothing anyway.